Colorado and Company is back. Everyone and their mother loves this Paramount Plus show, Lioness. And it's back, baby. The show takes us inside the world of a CIA program where dangerous missions overseas come with very real consequences at home. Earlier, Kelly got to catch up with one of the stars, Dave Annable. Take a look.
Dave, I am so excited to be talking to you. Now, everyone talks about the CIA operatives in Lioness, but your character loves someone who may not come home from her mission. So don't you think that actually makes you the brave person on the show?
Yes, truthfully and sort of jokes aside, I think Taylor has done a wonderful job of showcasing the families of operators and service members that have to deal with the consequences or dangers or of their partners' decisions and choices. And I think Neil's an exceptional character, and he very much could have been a side character, speaking about the world, but Taylor did an amazing job of fleshing out a real human being that's patient and vulnerable and loving and nervous. I think, it's a beautiful part to play.
That actually leads me to my next question. Now, Taylor Sheridan, he writes these characters who are so tough, but like you said, they're vulnerable. And that's why we love his shows so much, right? So when you get a scene, do you already know it's going to carry more weight than what you're reading on the paper, what you're emotionally going to bring on screen?
Well, I think that, when you're reading the scripts, and obviously been following the story from its inception,
Right.
you have an idea of what you're going to bring or what you can bring to set. And then, you're standing across from Zoe or Nicole, and then it becomes a game of tennis where you're just listening and responding. And sometimes the scene goes in a completely different direction than you thought, because they're such terrific actors that, you just got to listen. And hopefully you're doing, I'm doing my job and making sure Neil's a human, a flushed out, and the relationship is real.
Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit here, Dave. I'm a producer, so I love behind the scenes stuff too. So I have to know, who makes you break most on set? Is it Zoe?
Zoe is hilarious and exceptional. She's an exceptional human being. The girls, our daughters, the two actresses that play our daughters, Hannah and Sally, they're teaching us all, Zoe and I, like what the TikToks are, and it's really, we have a lot of fun all together. And I've also become such friends with the rest of the cast over the years that, and it doesn't always happen in television, but there's no weak links. We are all friends and really enjoy being a part of this show and being friends.
I honestly think that shows up on screen. You become friends, you become a family, and that translates when people are watching it. Okay, I have to ask you about the fans now. So what do they ask you
Okay.
about most? Do they check on Neil, or do they just want to know if Joe's ever going to tell him anything?
Yeah, I think I've been given more hugs, the sympathy for Neil. But like I said before, I think Taylor has done such an amazing job of sort of creating this world of family members that have to deal with their significant others being gone and being more or less in harm's way. And it was interesting. I actually got to talk to a spouse of a relative of somebody who's in the special forces, and he was saying that he's more worried about her mental health, and I thought that was so interesting because it was just another little layer that I really hadn't put my finger on, because obviously I'm sort of playing pretend, but that's an incredibly powerful and insightful nugget for me and for Neil.
Right. It's beautiful too. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, last
Yeah.
question before I let you go, Dave. If Neil had to survive a Lioness mission, not as a CIA operative, just as himself, how long is he lasting?
That's a great question. I'd like to say till the end, because I think Neil is also He's a pediatric surgeon, works with kids with cancer, and you gotta be a strong human being to go to
Right.
work and save kids every day. But maybe I'll just like kind of get behind someone and just sort of ride their six, not in the face, so we'll see, but hopefully season 11 we get Neil out there in
Right.
the in the field.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, Dave, and
Sure.
congratulations on the new season.
This isn't the end.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me, and I think everyone's going to really love this season for sure.
I think so too. Take care. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
You up for it? I'm up for it. You can catch Dave in season 3 of Lioness with new episodes streaming every Sunday on Paramount Plus.